Alright guys, so prior to CPI we have the price actions spooling higher, even taking out the previous resistance, right, which is the daily volume imbalance over here, and also the daily gap over here. So on CPI, what do I expect? Okay, if this is to remain bullish, this order block over here is a propulsion order block, because why? It has tapped this last order block before the run higher. So, and of course we had traded above this order block's swing high, so this is a valid bullish order block. Okay, so on during events like CPI, you really want to use the higher time frames for your analysis, because the thing is that lower time frames wouldn't matter, because it's mainly and purposefully a manual intervention inside the market. So what the market makers are going to do is to manually select and adjust the price accordingly. It's not going to let the algorithm run on its own. Okay, so over here we do have an area of support, but what I'm looking at is this order block right here. Okay, I'm expecting some reaction off of this opening price of this order block, and possibly this fair value gap over here, right? This balanced price range to act as support. So these two areas are the areas I'm interested in. And why do I say so? Because for propulsion order blocks, usually it doesn't get traded to the 50% of the entire order block. So when you stretch it out, 50% is this area, right? But what I'm using is the body of the candle. So below here, the balanced price range, this is the 50%. So I do not expect price to tap into 50% if this was to remain a propulsion order block. But then the thing is that even if the price managed to tap the 50%, I expect a super an immediate response from that. Alright, so we took out the swing highs over here, and right now it's trading above this volume imbalance. Right, let's go down to the 4 hours chart. On the 4 hours, we took out this swing high over here, and we do have multiple fair value gaps down here, right, and this being the bullish order block, right, because this order block was the last order block that sent the price higher to take out this swing high over here. So I believe price is running to this liquidity here on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so what would I expect on the 4-hour? Okay, there is this small fair value gap down here, coupled with this very last order block. I expect this to hold this swing low. So let me just demo trade, because I just want to see how things play out. It's going to be interesting. I would never do this on my live account, because the thing is, it's not worth the risk. Okay, just for fun, like small gambling. Right, my hands are itchy. I would want to place let's just say, let's take this fib. Yep, I want to take this fair value gap, and I want to long into this area here. Okay, 3% move for CPI is kind of expected, right? Not sure if it wants to move down to this level here, but it would be interesting. So I'm just gonna create over here, buy 2 contracts. I want to see how much slippage I have if I if I'm to be stopped out. So over here, let's adjust it 1 point lower due to the volatility. Okay, so right here we do have this amount as a stop loss. Okay, 337.5. okay, I'm targeting this level here. When I buy here, I'm gonna sell here. Okay, this is the CPI plan. Just a conceptual plan. Okay, I'm not actually doing this on my real account, okay, on my live account. So I'm gonna do this right on the hourly chart. Right here is where the previous 1 hour order block is, the bearish order block, right? So this is the area here. It can feel once again like this balance price range, like it could step in deeper, but then again it should expect a high, like, how do I say, immediate response upwards. Okay, I believe the ultimate draw of liquidity is here for CPI, right, based on what price is doing, but at the same time you're open to the liquidity here as well, right? If you're bearish, you'll be looking for this liquidity. If you're bullish, you're looking for this liquidity and this volume imbalance right here above. Okay, so this is interesting, right? On CPI. I think I'm just gonna use this as my entry. 3987.5. 3987.5. I would much prefer this to be the entry. Okay, so right now the plan for CPI is this. This is just for fun, and if you are like a new trader, I totally would not recommend doing this. I expect price to come down here and go up higher. This is what I'm expecting for CPI. So the price is just gonna manually adjust it below and then go higher, right? In an event whereby price takes out this high over here, I'm thinking that, first I'm thinking that it could want to run the stops down here right after. It's just gonna be like a 1 minute candle thing, so let's see. It's gonna be interesting, and I think that's about it for now, right? I'm gonna see if there's any place that I can get in after the CPI. Okay, prior to the CPI, nothing, right? Just nothing. Okay, so over here we do have the balance price range lining up neatly with the fair value gap over here. Okay, and I think that's about it. I don't care which direction it goes, actually. For my real live account trading, because the thing ultimately I'm waiting for is Q1 of 2023. I don't care what price does over here, it can do this and that, right? I think it's just range bound. See, from November to December it has been range bound. Okay, consolidation, right? We're gonna see some bearish moves in January, that's for sure, but is that gonna last for is that gonna make set up for the next leg up into February or March? I'm not too sure, but I believe that January is going to be bearish. Okay, so in January I'll be looking to short the market. To what extent, not too sure just yet, right? It depends on how it plays out. Okay, and anyway, for December, I think this week should be the last week to trade, because after this week I don't think there's any major economically changing news coming after, and we are very near to the holidays, so liquidity is going to be very thin, and supposedly it's going to be like a smaller consolidation ranges. Okay, right, that's about it. Let's see how this plays out. I'll update again after it happens, and we'll see if my analysis is correct. Okay.